Greyman! 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 Holy YouTube video, Greyman!
Grey Maniacs gather! Why, it's time. Let me show you my t-shirt actually. Look at that t-shirt, isn't that lovely? It's time for another look in box I. Aye, Captain. Made that same joke 2 videos in a row. I do apologise. Oh, I don't believe this. How did that get there? I literally just looked into the box and I found Black Condor 9 that should have been shown in the last video. How did that get out of place? So this should have just pretend this was in the last video. I don't know how it was not in the right place in my pile of comics, but oopsie. So that, yeah, and now we go on to Firebrand. Firebrand did not last for long. There was a Firebrand who was a member of the All-Star Squadron, I believe, a female Firebrand. Quite a nice lady as well. Ooh, quite a nice lady. Then they bought this character, Firebrand. I believe he was a bloke who was like crippled. It might have been an ex-soldier who'd been badly injured, close to death. I think he was a soldier. He was just some guy who was close to death, and he basically was given the opportunity to use the Firebrand suit to save his life, kind of thing. It also gave him superpowers. I quite enjoyed this series. I thought it was a decent enough series. Didn't go for very long, about 9 or 10 issues. And in extremely terrible DC fashion, the next time I saw him was in one panel or 2 panels where he was getting killed. Yeah, which rather annoyed me, because it was in Justice Society of America. A woman called, I think she's called Roulette. She's called Roulette, and she runs an underground fight club where they have mind-controlled superheroes fighting to the death. Which is like, surely you can't have that many superheroes fighting to the death before all superheroes are gone. But yeah, pretty terrible concept in more than one sense of the word. And basically he was killed. So I see, like, oh, it's Firebrand. He was being forced to fight someone from Checkmate, not a named character, just a random Checkmate agent. And they chose to let Firebrand be the one that got killed. And it was like, what the hell? It's just a Checkmate agent. It's a random unknown Checkmate agent. Why don't you just bump him off instead of bumping off a character that people may have liked? Now, I always think, like, supposing this is the first comic book you bought as a kid, and like you really love the character, and you was always dreaming of seeing him again, and you do, being killed off in one panel. How pissed off would you be? And I was pissed off enough as it was, but you know, yeah, there you go. I just more compassionate towards our superhero papery friends than other people maybe. But yeah, it was like, oh man, what did they do that for? Can't believe that. Right now, next up, it's quite a good series. I like this series. Oh no, this is not the series. Sorry, this is the annual event. There was the series. I think the series came actually after the annual event. So one year, all the annuals were tied into this event, Eclipso: The Darkness Within. Basically, Eclipso was eclipsing superheroes and turning them bad. That's what he does. He uses black diamonds to, you know, make people do bad stuff. You can see the bad guys from the eclipsed look on their face. So that's the Eclipso effect. And basically, once they're like that, Eclipso is basically controlling them. He's able to sort of be inside all of them, you know. So he's pretty evil. Flash. Who's that facing off against the Flash? I'm not sure who the person is that's eclipsed there. I don't recognise them. And look, it got so bad that Superman was eclipsed. And Shazam's trying to take him on. Now, the way they can save people from being eclipsed is exposing them to sunlight. Sunlight is the enemy of Eclipso. Yeah, and it was a good crossover series. And they did sort of like, the story did sort of continue over. I think at one point Starman was eclipsed, and because Starman's got shape changing abilities, he was able to get rid of the eclipsed look on his face. So he was like the ultimate kind of underground agent for Eclipso. Not underground, maybe underground is a good enough word to use, but covert, whatever, agent for Eclipso. Right, the penultimate battle supreme, Guy Gardner, Lobo, and many more versus the eclipsed Man of Steel. So as you can see, things are not good. What was that last Superman title? I thought that was the Adventures of Superman. Oh no, it was Superman in Action Comics, that one was. Okay. Yeah, because Superman had about 5 titles at this point. Yeah. Here's got Hulk World. Deathstroke the Terminator. Guest starring Nightwing and Vigilante. Film on the back there. Do you guys all remember that? Single white female. I saw that in the cinema. A pen pal of mine that I gone to visit in. Was it in Birmingham? No, it was in Derby, I think. Right. Batman. We got I think he's eclipsed here. An eclipsed Joker. He doesn't look like he's eclipsed because his face doesn't look. That's a really weird picture though. Like, what's he peering into? It's like he's peering into a box or something. Maybe he's about to be eclipsed. Maybe he's going to find a black diamond in the box and become eclipsed by it. Robin and Eclipsed Anarchy. It kind of takes your anger. So if you're feeling angry about something, when you hold the black diamond, it kind of like uses your anger. It will try and make you act out on what's made you angry, and that's how he kind of like takes you over. And here we see Blue Beetle fighting bravely against Eclipso on his own. Yeah, basically all he can do is jump out of the way. There's not a great deal Blue Beetle can do in a situation like that. He hasn't got super strength. He's only got non-lethal capabilities on his BB gun. Mind you, I can't remember if this was what happened, but it would not surprise me in the slightest that he would adapt his BB gun to have some kind of solar charge on it so that he could actually do flashes, because he always did a blinding flash, a strobe light on his BB gun. It would not surprise me at all if he adapted it to be able to fire, solar blasts, because Eclipso's main protagonist, person who's always taken on Eclipso, basically he kind of lives inside this guy, and he has to fight to keep him in kind of thing. And when there's eclipses of the sun, he's able to sometimes break free. When people touch the black diamonds that he was originally imprisoned in, it used to be a big black diamond, and it was chopped into loads of tiny black diamonds, and sort of like so people can pick them at any time. Like Eclipso over London, so we've got Flash eclipsed, Green Lantern eclipsed, and the Power Girl eclipsed. And those are the 3 most powerful ones, really. You got Aquaman, he's powerful, but not as powerful as Power Girl, probably. Dr. Light and Elongated Man, so they were taken out by the other 3 members of the Justice League Europe. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, I'm trying to remember the name of the guy who Eclipso shares the body with. What is his name? It's not coming to me. It's not coming to me at all. But it's probably, let's see if this is from 1992, these angles, by the way. Let me look look at the mess on that. Look what happened on that one. So I spilled some coffee on that or something. I don't think that's going to be cleaned up. I don't think that's going to clean up. I'll just leave that as it is. Let's see. Gordon. Is that Gordon? Bruce Gordon? No. I'm probably just making things up here. Let's see if is that him. No, I don't think it is. No, forget it. Forget it. We'll look it up in a minute. No, we won't look it up. We'll just forget. I think it's something like Bruce Gordon. I could be wrong though. Right, so that's some of the bloodline. Some of the Eclipso Darkness Within annuals. I think this is mainly like annuals and crossover bits. All right, yeah. Some more Eclipso, yeah. Because I think after the annuals, they actually made a series, an Eclipso series, which is pretty cool actually. This first one, no, this is the special. And see the black diamond? That's actually a solid little bit of plastic that come on all the covers. So that's interesting. Let the revels begin. That's number one. Another special, Many Faces Evil, Eclipse of the Dark Spring, Ready or Not, Here We Come. And you can see he's there with all the eclipsed characters, all the eclipsed heroes. He was on the dark side of the moon. He made like a palace on the dark side of the moon. Right, and then he had his own run. This is his own run now. Now in his own series because he demanded it. So this was after the eclipse, after the series of from the annuals, and he was still on the loose. And the guy who'd always been his enemy all the way through, who might be called Bruce Gordon, was after him. Let's see if I can find him. That's right. I think Eclipso was tied in eventually to Spectre. I think he was. Was he made into being an earlier emissary of God? I can't remember now. I can't remember if that was the case. Alright, so mainly this is based in a country called Parador, an imaginary South American country, and Eclipso basically has taken over Parador. It's quite bloody. You see, he's wiping out the whole village there by the looks of it. He's counting down the bodies. And I'm trying to find that guy's name. I need to know for my own brain if I can find out what he's called. So I think he actually becomes like the El Presidente of this tiny country. It's quite a good read actually. It's quite a good read how he does stuff. Like sometimes it's cool to see stuff from the viewpoint of the villain. Yeah, basically in a couple of days he's taken over the whole of this country, and he's now like the boss. And you can see one of the Eclipse people sitting on top of a balcony covered in blood while people are being massacred in the courtyard. So yeah, quite heavy, quite heavy stuff really. So that whole first issue is nothing but him. But then later on, we do get to see the people who are after him. I try to find the. Wow, it's a lot from his point of view, but I definitely want to read them at some point. I'm still trying to find the name of that fellow. He's not come back yet. Oh, I think he starts getting some scientists to make some deadly something or other that he wants to, like a poison or something. Yeah. Oh, that's nasty. Oh, that is. Can't remember how dark this one was. He's got some scientist. He's trying to. I think he's getting him to create some poison that'll kill everybody. And he says we introduced the agent so it's easy for us to detect. The odds are 98.7% outside against an outside lab detecting. And he says, I demand 100% from my people. And he literally bursts this guy's head. And then to show the other person, not to make excuses, he rubs his face in the guy's brains on the floor. That's some dark stuff. That is dark. He's a monster. I forgot how really dark they made this series. Right, here we go. This is whatever the guy's name is, girlfriend. I can't remember. Mona, is her name Mona? No, you've got. Oh, hi Mona. So I got that bit right. Yeah. Why can't people use each other's names so I can see who they are, what their bloody names are? Now we've seen him, but no, they don't use each other's names. It's kind of weird. You think to yourself, if you're just reading this comic book for the first time, you don't know who people are. Why do they not bother telling you giving you introductions like they used to back in the day. They'd like at least use each other's names so you know what the characters were called at least. Well, I'm going to go with his name being Bruce Gordon. I'm not convinced that that's right. Frankly, Mr. Gordon, your reputation got you in. There you go. So definitely, his surname is definitely Gordon. I'm going with Bruce Gordon, but I could be wrong. Right. So anyway, he leads up a team to go into Parador. Spoilers ahead. I'm going to tell you the spoilers, and they all get killed. The whole team gets killed, including the Creeper, the second Dr. Light, the second Wildcat. They all get eaten by eclipsed hyenas. I think it is hyenas or jaguars. Something like that. But basically, yeah, they all get killed. It's like, what? And if you ever watch that Stargirl TV show that's on at the moment, she's got the second Doctor Light, I think, and or is it Doctor Midnight? I can't remember. I can't remember if Doctor Midnight gets. Oh yeah, Doctor Midnight is one of them. One of them got killed as well. It wasn't Doctor Light? Did I say Doctor Light before? I don't think Doctor Light was there. It's Doctor Midnight. Beth Chapel, I think was her name, and she's actually in the Stargirl series as a brand new sort of superhero, like little teen like superhero, and you just think I look at that and I think, oh, I wonder if she's going to go on to die in the comic books. I know the original character did, but I don't think they'll ever do that to the Stargirl TV characters. And also the second Wildcat, Yolanda Montez, I think her name is. She gets killed as well. So yeah, it was quite a dark comic book. I'm looking at all the stuff, the bloke having his face rubbed in the brains and that. Oh yeah, also yeah, of course he dies as well. You got a whole team here of people who die. You got Peacemaker gets killed, Creeper gets killed, Chunk gets killed. Can't remember what this guy's name is. Some patriotic guy. I think it might be from the 4th of July. I'm not sure. There's Dr. Midnight there. You can just about see her. There's Wildcat, the second Wildcat, Steel, and one of the Manhunters there. One of the Manhunters. Yeah. All get killed. And it's like a whole like thing of them building up, getting the team together, and then literally they get to there, and then dead as doornails. Let's see if it comes at the end of this one. I think it does. No, not yet. Oh, and it looks like they're also being led by what's their face from the Suicide Squad? The Wall, Amanda Waller. So there you go. You can see them all here again. So I think he's called Sarge, just called Steel. I think he is. Might be called Sergeant Steel at some point. Or is that another guy? I'm not sure who that fat chap is there with the weapons. United they stand, yeah, divided they fall. Let's see if it's in this one. No, still alive at the moment. But it's so United they stand is on the cover of that one. And then we have Divided they fall. Fall they do indeed. Fall and get eaten. I need to just confirm to myself if it's hyenas or... Yeah, they're laughing hyenas because there's Creeper running away. And I'm pretty sure there's a scene, if I can find it. Like, even at the end here, look. It's just a black screen, like this is the letters page, post-mortem. Look, it's even called post-mortem. When it's happened, the Shadow Fighters have fallen. The Creeper, Major Victory, Peacemaker, Dr. Midnight, Wildcat, Commander Steel and Manhunter, all dead. Eclipso is victorious. In memory of these valiant heroes, let's spend a few moments in silence to honour our fallen comrades. Yeah, they didn't mess around on this book. They yeah, you can see. I'm sure there was a scene where literally there was bits of body lying around. Sure, there's a page like that where there's bits of hacked up body or chewed up body, just all lying about. Beth and Yolanda, yeah, Beth Chapel, I was right about that. Anyway, let's move on to the next comic book. Yeah, heavy stuff, man, heavy stuff. And brutal, really brutal. Look at that. Look at the blood on that one. Eclipso don't take no bloody prisoners. But with Creeper, he had a little mini-series come out a little while afterwards, because if you remember, Creeper had a good healing ability. Like, yeah, so he came back fairly quickly. I don't know how the rest of them, or any of them, have come back. I'm not sure if any of the others have come back. I think Peacemaker might have come back, so they could put him in the Suicide Squad. I don't know, but Fallout, and I think the big guns coming after that. It's like, yeah, Martian Manhunter looking real Hulk in that one, isn't he? Yeah, I reckon someone who's used to draw the Hulks coming to draw Martian Manhunter there. I mean, Martian Manhunter's a strong guy. Maybe he's done a bit of shape changing to look like that for this issue. And at the end, Darkness Ends, guest starring the Spectre. So that's when the big guns come in, the real big guns. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I remember now Eclipso being like a facet of like there's no spirit. Spectre is the spirit of vengeance. I'm sure it was. I think Asmodeus might have been as well, like an earlier. No, I think it was Eclipso. Eclipso was an earlier version of God's Wrath. Yeah, I believe that's how it was played. But don't quote me on it, because you know my memory's not the greatest sometimes. Anyway, I've witted on quite a lot just for a small amount of comics, haven't I? Sorry about this. This video is probably longer. Let's see if I quickly go for the War of the Gods. So I've got, I think there's only 6 titles here. War of the Gods. War of the Gods, quite nice covers. War of the Gods, quite chunky these ones. Oh, hold on a second, it's because there's more than one comic in them. And these ones anyway. Let's quickly open these up. Oh, sausages, I've torn the sellotape. Never mind. Right, so War of the Gods number 3. War of the Gods number 4. One of these are Perez. They're quite that kind of Perez looking, lots of characters on the. It would not surprise me if that was Perez. Can't see a signature, but definitely kind of reminiscent of his style, where he'd put so many. You know, he's kind of like known for being able to put so many characters on a cover, and just, you know, really put those sort of collages together, kind of thing. It's a really obscure character called Javelin on the cover there. I bet he never made that many cover appearances. Right, and what I also would do is, if there's a comic that ties in with it that I don't have a big collection of elsewhere, I'd put them in here. So I've got Animal Man, War of the Gods. I think I've actually got this in my Animal Man box as well, actually. It would not surprise me if I got that in that box as well. And obviously this is a Boland art. You can always pretty much tell a Boland art. It's just something about it. I don't know how you can tell, but you suddenly just look at something and you know. And a Wonder Woman. One of my few Wonder Woman comics. Atlas Shrugged. Yeah, Atlas is carrying the world on his shoulders. You don't want him shrugging too much. Right, that's it. That'll do for this week. Got some Crisis comics for you next time you come. Not a great deal, because I don't have the whole Crisis run. I kind of started collecting in earnest after Crisis had ended. But yeah, sorry for wittering on too much about. I think it's Bruce Gordon. I still don't know what his first name is. It would be cool if it's Bruce Gordon, because it's a mixture of Bruce Wayne and Commissioner Gordon, isn't it? That would be an easy way to remember. Right, so cheers for watching anyway. Check out, there's Eclipso comics. You can pick them up pretty cheap. It's kind of like is it 90s? Yeah, it's got to be 90s. Not the, they're kind of like got that 90s kind of art style, which may be a little bit off-putting to some, but I thought they were a pretty cool read. Yeah, 94. I quite enjoyed them anyway. Right, anyway, I'm out of here. Be back soon with some more comics from Box I. Cheers for watching, and until next time, have a great, amazing day, and may all your news be good news. Have a great amazing day. I'll have a great amazing day. Have a great amazing day. I hope you have a great amazing day.